Ready?
Really?
Happy Friday. Welcome to the Vida Baseball. Being Guillén live. What's up, guys?
Being great.
I don't even have to introduce you guys. Oney,
Let's talk about Browns now.
Let's get it out the way. Yeah, the Browns won a big game, and we went to celebrate. So I'm a little bit.
Well, I didn't go to
Oh,
sleep.
I'm a little bit. I'm a little bit.
86 yesterday.
Yeah, I'm a little bit hungover.
76. I'm sorry.
76?
What I said? 76.
You shot a 76.
You played a par 3 horse?
That's hard to believe.
I win $40. The guy I was playing, we play with no betting money. He don't care. When we bet $2, he fight for 2 hours for $2.
Okay, well, exciting. Ozzie allegedly said 76 and Browns win, but it was an exciting day, exciting week, I should say, for the Guillén family.
And I'm not wearing any shoes right now. Neither is my dad.
Doing it for the gram. Bring it up. Doing it for the gram. Let's see what we have in the Guillén family, what we had this week on Doing It for the Gram. I think we had a little field trip to the zoo, and Ozzie Guillén being himself and being in a grandpa.
Best thing ever.
So Doing It for the Gram, the first video is like obviously you in the zoo and Adela, and a little backstory. Adela was kind of freaking out, not because she was scared of the lion, but because she wanted to be next to the lion.
Yeah, I'm not anybody in this family. We're not. I mean, we like dogs, but Adela is an ultra animal lover. Like she doesn't play with dolls. She doesn't play with like cars much. Adela is all about the animals. That's why all her presents, her parties were about animals. Look, and so they take her to the zoo, and anything that has to do with animals, she's obsessed with, and she's not scared of them. She runs after them. If you guys haven't seen the content, go to the page on Being Guillén. But she's running after geese, and she wants to be dropped in the lion's den. Like not scared at all. The opposite of me. I am terrified.
So I got a funny story to say after. Let's show the video clip of Adela and Ozzie at the zoo.
To go inside the lion.
So this was a three-way chaos because Adela wanted to go in the lion's den, and people are there like, "Oh, Ozzie, like." So
and then
lion's den,
he's got his mask.
He's got his mask on. Ozzie wants to put Adela over, like so. She's like hanging her, and then Ibis is like, "What are you doing? Did you see the guy that dropped the grandkid in some boat or the tiger?" And then I said, "Nobody knows this. I'm a fan of Harambe.
A huge fan.
I'm a huge fan of Harambe. Harambe was just minding his own business. The kid jumps in.
He's like, hey, he starts dragging him, saving him, and then he gets shot. Because that's the only way they can save
the kid. But Harambe has to die.
Yeah,
so I'm like, so this guy, so I understand where Ibis is coming from. By the way, great job, the Brookfield Zoo. A wonderful day.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Social distancing.
It was great people around.
It was better going out.
People were writing on Instagram saying that they were there while you guys were there. And we said, hey, stop by, say hi next time. I couldn't go, but I know that it's got to be a tough, as an uncle or a grandfather, you want to do anything you can to please your nephews. But if you guys heard that video,
so here's the best.
Evie's my mom in the background.
So here's the best part of that story.
Like, don't drop her.
Wait, this didn't make the video. This didn't make the video because obviously I don't have a camera on us 24/7. So we were eating, okay, and Ozzie was enjoying a cocktail.
Oh my God!
And Adela was taking a nap.
You having a camera? No.
I don't have a camera.
No.
So Ozzie starts feeding the goose starts feeding them. So they start coming, and he tells Ibis like, "What are you doing? Because they're coming close." And he goes, "They don't bite you. They don't do anything." I see them all the time in cocktail, like they're related. Like this, guess what happened?
I see them in the golf. They bit somebody. Or they tried
bit him. Bit him. It wasn't like it attacked. It bit him.
I think
he was eating.
Wait a minute. I
didn't beat him.
Yeah.
Bit him.
And by the way, I think I stopped feeding it. He's like, you're not going to feed me again.
Yeah. And they got him in the side.
He thought that they don't bite because whenever we putt or whatever, they're just minding their on that.
Yeah, but we're not giving them food there. He was just giving them. He didn't have any more. Then he started eating, and the geese got him in the side. So it was a fun day, though. Great job, Brookfield Zoo. Let's get into some baseball action. So if you were living under a rock, or you didn't know who Joe Kelly was, or the Astros, or the Houston, what's been happening?
First of all, Joe Kelly's been viral before. He hit his window.
So Joe Kelly has. Let's give some context to the problem. Astros cheated. Dodgers are the people that were cheated on. There's some bad blood there. They're in the same division, meaning like playing wise this year.
Joe Kelly was on the Red Sox.
Joe Kelly was in the Red Sox when they had the alleged cheating, so people were saying about that. But Joe Kelly also has had videos about him going viral. Joe Kelly has also fought guys in Major League Baseball, so we know he's not scared of throwing down. But he does have videos. He does have a control problem, meaning he'll go up to the mound and he can either find his fastball.
Sometimes he loses it.
Loses it. Again, some guys lose it and they're scared of throwing it. Not Joe Kelly. Joe Kelly does not feel bad if he hits you. There's pitchers that feel bad if they hit you. There's guys that could care less if they hit you. Joe Kelly is under the I don't care if I hit you box. Okay? So we have a video of breaking down the situation because everyone thinks that it was like Joe Kelly throwing at them from the moment he got in the game because of the cheating, and it's not true. So we're going to have some little baseball breakdown insight on the Joe Kelly video versus Astros.
Wayne Edwards is watching us, your old teammate. The pitcher?
The pitcher?
Remember? The lefty?
Yeah.
Wayne said, get her done, Ozzie.
Get her done.
Got it, brother.
Thanks for watching. So let's see this video right now, and we'll break it down for you guys.
Okay, so right here, he can't throw he can't throw strikes.
So 3-0 count.
It goes 3-0, and he decides, hey, it's 3-0. Why not throw at this guy?
Okay, wait a minute. You told me it's wild.
No, but he could.
That guy is not that wild.
He was.
No,
He is.
I know he is. I've
He
seen him
couldn't
before a lot.
He couldn't throw a strike.
I do get
So, okay, watch here. He gets over. Brandon hits the ball, goes to second. He goes over to first. He gets stepped on right here. That bothers him. That bothers him. Look, he's looking at Brantley. That's when, look, he gets stepped on.
I don't think
Not on purpose.
Right.
Not on purpose.
No.
You're still human. So that bothers him. He decides, okay, I'm going to throw a Correa, which is a slider. He throws at Correa, a slider at 89, mind you. So this guy throws hard. Okay, Correa's like, okay, this is not fun. Even though he's the only guy from Houston that hit, he's looking at him. But Correa's been the guy that's been, he was chirping a lot, talking to the media about what happened. Throws him a slider right here. And apparently Joe Kelly's waving his son, which has become a meme now. And Correa's telling him, oh, why don't you throw a fastball, blah, blah, blah. This all goes.
And then he says, swing the bat.
And he's swing the bat, blah, blah, blah. And right there, we can hear Correa saying, okay, you strike me out, blah, 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 whatever. These are things, and there's Gary Pettis, your old friend, PP. These are things that, look at it, everyone's not touching, no one's throwing punches, the pandemic.
Typical
right here. Look at it, right there he goes, nice swing, bleep.
No, you can say bitch. You can say it.
Okay,
it's public knowledge.
That's what he said. And then, and now Correa's talking to the servant. Listen, we've been on this show. My dad personally has said, nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to happen. He was wrong. Something did happen.
Okay, what happened?
But now,
so one guy suspended. That's it.
Well, now do
Nobody fight.
Time out. So let's go back to breaking down. So, okay. So did I think that Joe Kelly threw in the 3-0 Bregman over his head?
Yes.
Yes. Do I think that Joe Kelly was mad, was pissed that he got stepped on? Yes. 5-2 game, though. The Correa at bat and the Gurriel at bat, he wasn't trying to hit him. He was trying to get him out. And that's when he said, I just got you out, little. And then this is the thing. Bat flipping world. Correa, you hit a home run, you flip the bat, you're the PX, RX, monster. You guys flip the thing.
This is apex predator.
This is what pitchers get mad. Now, when pitchers strike you out, okay, you get mad at they're showing you up. And why would he throw you his fastball? What do you mean? This is like, he was basically telling him, we want you to throw me. Tell me when you're going to throw me.
No, by the way, what Harold Baines told me all the time was, when you do 3-2 fastball, 3-2 changeup, that's respect. You can do some damage with the fastball. I called a couple guys, Houston Astros, and I called one of my buddies, he played for me. And I say, Bregman, they should hit him.
He's a coward.
Very. And Correa, too. That skinny man, he's going to throw me behind me. I don't care if I was on purpose or not, just because I take 135 pounds out of the ballpark.
Correct.
Because this kid getting hit in the face.
Oh, he's done.
Believe me, it's on purpose or not. But the circumstances is what's there just because what people talk about it.
Right.
But even you say yes or no, I love what Dusty Baker say. Dusty Baker was cursing him out from the dugout. And I told Alex Cintron, I told the truth all the time. Alex, what's up with this guy? Alex Cintron be nice, he said, well, you should hit him. We don't know if he didn't know, try to be. It told me exactly what he feel because that was a friend conversation. And I just said, you know what? If I was Correa, I'd be suspended for 2 years.
Oh, suspend you
My
for
problem is
that's what I have.
Well, but
that's what I have.
Correa does not fight because men that fight, hold on, men that fight and train do not put videos of themselves fighting and training.
Wait, he's trained?
He has an MMA podcast, and he has videos of himself on his Instagram fighting and boxing, shadowing,
wow,
which is not
that's even worse. Correa.
Okay.
By
the way, I fight everybody with the Dodgers uniform. If I do that, you know what? Because I gotta show me you have to respect me because I respect you guys. But why
they don't respect the guys.
Let me ask you guys one thing. When you ever see a superstar fight?
Bryce Harper.
That's it.
Miguel Cabrera.
Manny Machado.
Well, Manny Machado. What do you mean?
They've all fought. Real
Arenado.
Well, fight out of what?
Manny Machado went up to the.
I tell you what, Manny Machado see that the
rest in peace.
But again, you have to. There's two ways to take care of this.
Where's Verlander?
Hey, hold on. He wasn't mad. This is the thing. Correa was not mad that you threw at me because of this cheating thing. He was mad at the strikeout. He was like, you called me the name, and that's why this guy stopped crying. So now this is the part that makes it interesting. This guy got suspended for 8 games for not hitting anybody.
Terrible.
That's bad.
Terrible.
And the people were cheating. Nobody got suspended.
That's what I'm saying. So this guy now is at home saying, oh, you're going to suspend me for 8 games for not hitting somebody?
I'll go again.
Guess what? When I play again, I'm going to hit somebody.
Let me say another thing right here on being Guillén. They're going to get hit again. Rosters are expanding.
0 for 21, by the way.
There's going to be a guy.
Bregman,
because let me tell you something.
And Altuve.
Let me tell you something. Because not you, not anyone, you can't control what grown men do.
No.
The pitcher has the ball in his hands. There's a guy that's having a bad day. You know what? I'm going to go see my family for a little bit, or I just want to hang out. They're going to drill somebody again on purpose, and it's not going to end. This is going to go on for next year. Yes.
By the way, this whole COVID thing, people are saying, and people saying,
I feel bad for Dusty.
I feel bad for Dusty. Dusty Baker. Put up old school who you are, manager. I know you as a player. I know you as a coach. I know you're a manager. If somebody heard the player, they suspend people for Corona. You can be in Corona. You got 14 days. There's a lot of pitchers. Just bring the hottest minor league pitcher you can have. Believe me, I want to manager again. I don't want people roughly the road.
But he has to protect. Dusty's job is to protect. And again, when people are saying the part that I thought was funny, there's a lot of people out there on Twitter. Okay, and I know that we're spending too much time on this topic.
But no,
people on Twitter saying
we got someone saying
COVID-19. Why are you fighting? You got no mask on. You don't think that. Players are not out there like once you play.
People are supposed to.
I'm saying that once you start playing, I'm saying that when you're playing, that mentality. Put it this way: I can hate Oney as my teammate. I hate him. I can't stand him. I hate everything he does. If Oney gets hit and he goes fights, the whole team goes out there
defending
because that's what a team does. Correa, right or wrong, you're out there defending him. There's people in the Dodgers.
We have people seeing and happy birthday to Berto Vida. I know he's
Azul.
Azul.
Happy birthday! Thank you a big favor you do to us
for the truck.
Moving. Thank you, buddy.
No, because people are saying Joe Kelly didn't even get thrown out of the game.
No, so he got
suspended. So I think it was a mistake by one of the many of Mr. Manfred. He suspends these guys. He doesn't take care of any of the players because of the immunity. And he gives 8 games suspension.
And Dave Roberts. Dave
Roberts also got.
I got a question. Let me ask a question. Manfred not suspend anyone. Manfred is the voice to talk about suspension. Suspension is Tony Russa.
The committee.
Leland.
Joe Torre's retired.
Joe Torre.
He's not long
Oh, you're not there anymore? Come on, Joe, give me that job, bro, please.
No,
You know, that's
but here's the situation with that. There's people on the Dodgers that think Joe Kelly's a clown, but they have to go out and defend him.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I've known Joe Kelly for a long time. Is good reliever, throws hard. I'm a bigger fan of him now. And then he goes on his Instagram
And makes pictures of
and
them.
he posts.
That's awesome.
That he posts them, and then he hashtags Bregman sucks, Correa sucks, Altuve sucks. I'll be back.
You know what?
Basically,
if I was Correa, if they know a
MMA guy,
I'd wait for him in the
not,
parking lot.
He's not though.
I will.
I'm a believer.
by the way, we've seen that before. We've seen that before. There's
I've seen
times
it
that
before.
Prince Fielders try to go into the clubhouse of other teams. Gerald Williams has waited.
Gerald went in.
Has looked for Pedro Martinez at their fight.
Hey,
so there's guys.
No, wait a minute. Duque Hernandez.
Duque Hernandez is also waiting for guys. This stuff goes way beyond the field.
Yeah.
I said, you know what?
I've been doing that too.
I have a problem with this guy. I'm gonna go take.
By the way, I always said this in baseball when guys talk. Hold on, when baseball guys talk, I don't like Oney's on the other team. If you want to fight somebody, batting practice.
I'll tell you.
Oh, batting practice.
K-Rod, George Bell.
Yes. Where's the people from the Houston, San Luis, Cincinnati fighting and batting practice?
Yes.
Yeah. So you can go get someone. So talking about the next topic. Now, Major League Baseball and Rob Manfred, again, man, this guy's going to hate us, but it's true. He's now saying that now he has the power to suspend people for using electronics. And now all the videos that are going to be used for like analytics and whatnot are going to erase the signs from the catcher's hands.
Well, I mean, they're
going to cut their fingers or like cover it up. But now he's saying anything that happens with electronics that he has the power to suspend. Basically saying I didn't have the power to suspend them before. But now there's a rule in place that I can suspend him now. So what does this mean? Does this mean that, yes, good, there's a rule, or this just means he's just trying to save space and say,
I watched it to
say
I watched same face. That boat came and it went away. You had the ability to really put a dent into baseball.
So they have an outside consulting company, okay, outside party, a security guard in the video camera place now, allegedly.
So someone's like stop, like you can't come in here.
By the way,
someone that's not hired by the team, someone that's hired by Major League Baseball, a guy that's there.
Okay. By the way, they give more jobs to somebody. One of my friends.
Hey, that guy's making money.
You know what? Yeah. I hope they change the guy on a consistent basis because here comes the other part. Man, thinking like a criminal. Same guy comes in every day. You become best friends with him. They're like, here you go. Here's 5 bats. Here's 5 bats.
You know what? I mean, you can't. I don't think ever. Remember, guys. Not just in baseball, in life. If you're gonna cheat, don't get caught. Don't get caught.
These guys, by the way, just go old school way. The Dodgers did it the other day. Aaron Judge is leading off like this. Really? If you play baseball, okay, and the thing is, too many people cover this game that are not baseball people. You know, the NBA just started. You're not a baseball person because you can't watch the NBA and baseball. You just watch a bunch of sport. You're a baseball person. It's in your blood. You love it. You live it. You know it. Okay. And someone leads off like this. You're like, that guy's giving the sign.
My best friend in baseball, Roberto Alomar. My body. Sign no because
did you catch him giving signs?
We playing in Toronto, and he's doing something, and the ball was hitting. No, the ball. He about third. Somebody was hitting, and he just keep location. I'm behind him.
So wherever the catcher would set up, he would say,
I'm going
to
turn around and say, Ravi, you better stop that.
In Spanish.
He talked to me. He go around, okay. You give him location. You do that next time, we're going to drill you. Okay, all the song.
That's cheating. That's a
Roberto Hernandez come to pitch, and first pitch, right in the head.
And he was like,
Roberto told me like, hey, I say, you guys, I know you guys doing it. They cheat. Carter, all those guys, they don't cheat. They just try to smarter than anybody else. That's not cheating. That's telling.
I know that's part of the game, but it's also,
if you can
okay, if you're gonna do it, suffer the consequences.
But that's what I'm saying though. But now guys are more worried about like it's little Timmy's bat, flip the bats. Is this guy? And they're not looking at baseball. So like the team that was playing the Yankees, they're thinking about these guys are gonna cheat with a computer.
You know,
they're not. They're just getting
someone's asking us how long
because he's a manager.
Yeah. By the way, first of all, and that happened to me. Like I even know about it. They want to hit somebody.
We have people are asking us questions and said, how long do you think that this headhunting, at what point do people let it go? Never, ever, because this is baseball and the game takes care of itself. If you cheat the game will take care of you. And that is why I feel like the Astros are gonna, not only did the Dodgers sweep them, but they're always gonna have to deal with this.
But wait, ask Alex Rodriguez or guys that got caught cheating. Hold on, while they were playing, there's guys that used to drill A-Rod, not even knowing him, just because we think this guy's
Freddie Garcia drilled Delvin Young because he threw a bat to an umpire. Guys have a way of policing other guys, and the game is going to take care of, as long as you don't hurt anyone. That's the last thing you don't want to see. You don't want to see anybody get really hurt when they get drilled. But they hit him in the back.
They hit me twice in one at bat, because I tried to bunt the guy, and the guy looked at me, he hated. Oh, really? You want to go to base? Boom!
Yeah,
but I know the Twitter police and the new school baseball and all that. You're not going to change human nature, okay? Like Joe Rogan says, I have a house cat inside my house. He's never been outside. And that cat sees a live animal outside and he starts drooling because it's called instinct.
Yeah.
And baseball instinct, when you play at 50, 40, 30, 10, 2, takes over.
You the other day were yelling at another team.
I was at a men's league. And literally, guys, kids that know the game are like, oh, this kid's saying this. It just takes over. And I know that some people, it's hard for you to understand that you think that baseball is like the way that you view life. It's not. And that's why I think that things are taken care of. Once a coach told me, no matter what many computers in the world, the game is taken care of in between those white lines. And that's where we're going to see moving that. So here comes another one. Corona and the MLB protocol. By the way, is everyone in the Marlins using the same cup?
I think by the way,
did they have a team party?
I have been out in Atlanta. It's great.
How you know they went out? You seen it?
When there's rumors,
by the way,
it's true.
By the way, if there's
great, the best strip clubs in the country.
So there's two things that could have happened in Atlanta.
My dad's never been a strip club.
By the way,
guy.
There's two.
My dad does. Fun fact, being again, my dad doesn't like strip clubs. I only like them if someone else is paying.
Well, it's like why I donate my money?
Okay, so two things that could happen. Players that went out and did something. The number's at 18 now. There's a outbreak in Florida for the team. No one's mentioned that these guys are flying on planes that are being used by other civilians. Okay, so when you charter a plane, that plane could have been used 2 days ago by other group of people. Okay, so we're throwing blame out there. I'm like, why are these guys not driving to their next city? So again, why are they playing 3-game series instead of a 6-game series? So all these things that could happen. So in Miami, they're now trying to say that there's going to be Major League Baseball, again, another job. There's going to be a Corona police guy.
Say, hey, you can't go out. You can't go out to eat. And you can't do that.
The player go, where's my human rights?
My human rights. But here's the part.
In this country, everything is my human rights.
Okay, so you're gonna play these players, but you're not making them wear masks. This is the part I understand. If the mask was so important, and so if the mask was 100%, you would say, okay, everybody in Major League Baseball wears it, and everybody in the NBA wears it, just to be like double safe.
Yeah, but by the way, nobody catch the Rona on the field. Nobody.
We don't know.
I don't think so.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. So people are like, oh, this team didn't catch. Well, maybe those.
You know what? I just the one thing that I do not want is I don't want to get worse, and I don't want the season to get.
You know what's going to be horrible?
I'm going to be honest
with you. The Detroit Tigers are in first place,
and
the season gets canceled.
Right, and I'm going to be honest with you. I'm having a lot of fun watching the games.
I am too
because it's intense. And like tonight, I'm watching the Cubs. I'm watching the Sox. It is very, very exciting. I don't know if I think baseball should get a hit and maybe shorten the season.
Yeah.
But this is awesome.
Okay, for example, though, the Cardinals today canceled the game. One positive test. I'm sorry, I know I'm going to get hated about this. Do not make this political. We need to decide when are we going to move forward with this. Because there's guys that have caught the flu. God, there was a case when we were with the White Sox that our strength conditioning coach caught like MRSA and caught the sepsis. Remember that?
Yeah.
Got 120 fever.
He had a hepatitis?
No, they're going to amputate his freaking leg.
Yeah,
but I'm saying though, it was like he got hit with a ball, then he had a fever, then he got like MRSA, then they had that was in Detroit.
You know what? Let's you guys have to feel for the players. Like I've spoken to guys on teams. It is basically Uber Eats, and you get the hotel and you go to the stadium. That is what you're supposed to do when you're on the road. Like,
most guys do that.
Yeah,
right.
most guys
do that. But there's also no one there to stop you from doing what you want.
So that there's police. There's one guy.
Now there's going to be somebody.
I'm going to tell you, I like Rizzo. I like what Rizzo say. I like what the manager Ross say.
What did Rizzo say?
8 hours. We've been waiting for a ring delay for 8 hours in the clubhouse.
But besides that, they say we have to have the responsibility
as a grown adult,
a grown adult, to take care of ourselves.
Correct.
To protect everyone else. Then I think that's the right way. You cannot blame baseball. You cannot blame Manfred. You got to blame the players when they get it. Or people work with the White Sox. Go to the ballpark in Chicago. It's harder than go to.
But they're doing a
airport. No, airport to the jail.
But they're doing a good job. But again, you can have all this responsibility. As there's a point and a time that I don't know why in the United States they're like, oh,
I don't think my dad would be fine.
Because he never leaves.
Because he could still be at the hotel bar.
Yeah.
You could still have drinks at the hotel bars. And my dad
or your room.
My dad killed hotel bars. You just can't go out.
Okay, but
you could be in there.
Why do you
Why
think the NBA has these guys in a bubble? It's because they can't control them when they're not in the bubble.
Exactly.
Okay, that's the only reason. So Major League Baseball, these guys are like, hey, we can't do this because it's really hard to have this many games. We want you guys to be responsible. So at one point, you have to be responsible to your teammate and say, just like you don't go out the night before a big game in a regular season. This season, you're like, hey man, don't give us corona. Be safe.
Let me clear on the thing. Okay, no matter it's baseball, hospital, wrestling, what work in NBC, La Vida Baseball, when they take you every day, especially with that many people around you, in Major League Baseball, to me, they make it a big mistake because when they take every day, someone's going to test positive, and one guy tests positive, they think everybody is. Then, please, and you feel sick, go home. But you take back corona, that's the consequence.
But that's
everybody.
But people are going to do that. So, at what point are these guys testing for the cold? So, no one's getting the cold or the flu in baseball now.
That's what I say.
In a regular season, when you're around a clubhouse, these people don't know how this
works.
That's
why the more they take,
players get sick all the time.
A quick testing, because if they take
they
every day, I know, but they leave the consequence. Because when they test, someone is going to have it.
Or do it like hockey.
Someone.
Everybody tested negative.
Someone. That's it.
Yeah,
someone going to take.
I mean, we're not in pro sports, and still, just because things are open, we're not exactly like we're not hanging out around.
Because you want to be responsible.
I go to work. As soon as I go to work, I'm gonna eat.
Oh, they
go eat. Yeah. I'm gonna talk to my co-workers, my colleague. I wear mask when I go in there. You there? I'm here.
They just gotta be. It's for everybody. But this past week, one of the things, the White Sox did not start as hot as we thought they would. Again, you win games on the field, not on Twitter. Cubs did, and that shows you again exhibition games being nothing. But there was a huge rumor. There was a big article being written. One that was written in Chicago again about White Sox fans again. They've come back, and now they want the rumors. We want Ozzie back, and it's like, oh, we divorced you, but now my second wife, my third wife are not as good. So how do you feel about that? I feel bad for two things. I feel bad because regardless of Rick's status, you can't compare the success that Ozzie had to the success that he's had. So there's a lot of pressure there. Number two, on managerial level of managing, not a biased opinion, a baseball opinion. I don't think they're even there. The part that's horrible is that if Ozzie was at home and they were saying this and he was like on Twitter constantly, you say, okay, he's bidding for the job. But his job is to critique the game.
What one idiot did.
Break down.
You just want to like, this is my job.
But do you want them to lie as fans, though? Do you want somebody to lie to you? George Girardi was amazing on MLB because he was talking. So I think it's a good way, and that's why managers end up in the booth, is you get to explain what you're talking about. People say, man, this guy still has it. Well, this guy's smart. But that's why he's got that job, is to analyze the game. It's not on the person who's analyzing the game. Like if someone told me, Ozzie, you're not doing a good job because you're saying the truth, I'm like, well, then the players need to change what they're doing on the field. If you do what you're right on the field, like Ozzie didn't call and say, hey, hit Nicky Delmonico fourth. What do you want? I have a question. What do you want someone on TV to say? Oh, Rick Renteria is a genius. He's hitting Nicky Delmonico fourth, which was what Chuck was trying to do, by the way. Yeah. Chuck saying, no, Nicky Delmonico since 36 times when he was in sixth grade, when he was in Team USA.
No, because he
was trying to bring something positive.
And then like that, in his own way, said, "Oh, that wasn't a big league team because."
But that's what I mean.
That was like 2015.
But I talk about that. I go, where? Oh, in the past, I go, that was a double-A team.
Well, they also
I know. Listen, what's going on right now is that everyone's watching these games, and it is like it really feels like playoff baseball because every move 162, you're not watching every game. Right now, everyone's watching everything, so they watch the lineups. Tonight is Friday. You're not going anywhere. Everyone is watching these games, and they're critiquing everything because there is smart people out there, and everyone has their own opinion. But when things are obvious to the average baseball mind, and he's doing things unconventional, people are going to question it, and they're going to question it more is when you're not having success. Because if you were winning, nobody cares. But when you're losing, they care more.
Even with good lineups,
right? The Cubs started off hot. The Sox didn't. Can they win their first series this weekend against the Royals?
I think so.
We'll see.
We'll see. Okay, wait a minute. I have for my satisfaction, I've been doing TV for a little while. I never have in last week in my TV career so many people come to me and congratulations, wow, you're doing a tremendous job. Why? I got a phone call for one of my heroes,
Hawk Harrelson.
One guy watched me play.
Is Hawk watching you?
Yes.
He said you're doing a great job.
I know he's drinking vodka.
Can you please text me? I got strike. Oh, okay. It was a little late, and I called in the morning and said, "What's up?" I said, first thing on my mouth, say, "Hey, how the kids? How the boys? How the family? Good. How you're great. Congratulations. You do a tremendous job."
He said, "Ozzie, let me tell you something."
Yeah, it's like that.
Ozzie, let me tell you something. You're doing an amazing job.
But that's what, but as a fan,
when the guy like that, basically says, finally we have somebody there that speak themselves, don't lie to the fans.
And tell the truth.
And by the way, how many teams get the opportunity that the World Series manager is still alive and young enough and wants to do that job? Like, that's the part that as fans, and by the way, Cub fans, Dave Roberts and Grandpa Rossi, first couple games managing,
awesome,
amazing job. The way he's talking, everything. By the way, he will make mistakes because we all make mistakes in our jobs. He will make mistakes, but he has taken this, and you know why? Because he's been there. He knows it a 60-game season, and this is the last message I want to leave you guys with. If you're an Orioles fan, I get it. You might have not been there. If you're a young White Sox fan, I get it. You might have not been there. Marlins fans, same thing. 60-game season is a pennant race. I don't care if you're the best team in the league or the worst team in the league. A 60-game season is a sprint. It's a pennant race. It's going to grind you. It's going to test you. But every single game is in the 60-game season. It matters if it's a pennant race. That's why we're seeing managers go out there and manage like they're playing for a playoff game, even though it's a 5th game in the season. The managers that get that and the teams that get that are the ones that are going to succeed. The ones that don't are the ones that are going to either quit early or fall off.
Dusty didn't bunt for 4 or 5 innings. He lost the game against the Dodgers.
Let me ask you something. That's why when the big difference. Look at the big difference. They only one win made with the White Sox. They could have been 1-5. Now they're 2-4. One game
is huge.
They're like, oh my God! When you see that 162 games, never.
By the way,
but all the sudden when they went to Kansas City, they asked me about it, and I said, you know what, Chuck? It's a little bit different. They said, why? To be 2-4, it's way better to be 1-5.
Correct.
In 60 games. What? It's like 40%. Oh, that's the difference. Every game counts.
And for the wrap up here on the Ozzie Guillén Jr., Oney Guillén, Bean Guillén, everybody Guillén, Shohei Ohtani is not that amazing at everything. He's a really bad base runner.
Well, my dad doesn't want to do both things.
I'm just saying that we can talk about that, but him running to third base and first base is saying you go.
By the way, guys, I don't want to be racist. I don't want to be. I just a baseball guy. No, just baseball. I want to know if somebody from another country come and say, I'm pitching and I'm hitting.
They wouldn't let him do it.
Okay, no, that's what I want to know.
Only Babe Ruth.
Okay, I want to know because you come down and say, hey, I want to pitch and I'm going to hit 4. It's like,
only pitch on
Sunday. Joe Madden, you're amazing. You're not that good. You're not going to make the Angels good.
No, but the funny thing about it is that I say
Joe Madden too. They're like,
oh yeah, we got to say something next week.
Yes. 1 second, no. I say, listen, bro, I want you to hit because you're a better hitter then you a pitcher.
Well, it's last.
I think I don't know
So,
what you call that. Like,
Being Guillén, La Vida
Peace,
Baseball
love.
Life. Thank you. We'll see you guys next week in baseball. Stay going, please. We need you.
see you guys